Hi, I'm Dr. ZBerry. It is 2023. This is Dental Leadership Academy, and welcome back and welcome to the new year. I want to talk to you about hiring practices and how do you identify a likely candidate that's going to come in and join your team and lift off rather than taking you back or having 3 or 4 or 5 months of training before you can recognize the fact that it's not going to work out. It's not a good fit. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers, but I think with experience and a little time and having this repeated process, I've gotten it a little bit dialed in. So what we do is we offer, the first and foremost thing is called a working interview. It is a paid working interview process. In New York State, we have to pay anybody that comes in to work, even if it's titled a working interview. So with that disclaimer out, I'm going to go right into how we perform it. So identifying a likely candidate is a good idea, and making sure that the person really is interested in the position. So we do a telephone interview to make sure that they're actually really genuinely interested, because you have candidates that'll send you a resume, but then when you call them in for an interview, they don't show up. So in order to make sure our time is taken care of in regards of being able to actually interview the candidate, we do a telephone interview first. And that telephone interview is just 4 or 5 questions just to figure out what are you looking for and what are we looking for to see if it's a good fit to take the next step. The next step is to come in and actually have the interview with the doctor, the office manager, or whatever position they're coming into, the head of that department. So let's just say we're hiring a dental assistant. So with that dental assistant, we would have the head of the department for the dental assistant to come join in the interview. We go through that process and we identify, is this a likable candidate that we feel as though working the interview is going to work with? So then when we get to the working interview, we actually allow them to take a peek at how our organization works and see if it's a good fit for them. And then we get an opportunity to see their skill set and see if it's a good fit for us. So if it's a dental assistant, we're going to ask that, can you take care of these instruments as far as sterilization and bagging them up? And we want to make sure that they are comfortable with that and they're able to sterilize the instruments correctly so that we can make sure in compliance with OSHA. Or we may set them up and they have to go set up a room. And let's just say we pick a simple procedure like a crown or something. And we have all the procedure steps written out, but the dental assistant should have some idea of how to set up the room for a crown. So those are just simple examples, but the working interview is a classic way to identify if this person is a likable candidate to be able to come in your organization and join your team. It's so very important, and we're one of the few professions that are able to do that. So take a look at a working interview process for the next time you want to onboard an employee, a possible candidate that you're looking for. It definitely is invaluable. Dr. ZBerry of Dental Leadership Academy.